This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone. I am with Melissa. Melissa has just wrapped up the 21-day Sacred Self-Discovery program. And Melissa, I want to chat with you today because I know how inspiring it can be to hear the experiences of other women who have been through this type of program when you're kind of not sure if it's something that you want to do or not do. So I want to start off by asking if you can bring yourself back to where you were at when you were thinking about joining the challenge. What was going on for you at that time that made this feel like it would be a good fit at this part of your journey?
Sure. So first of all, the first thing that came to my mind while you were talking, Jenny, was about how strong a group of women is together. Like when we come together and that feminine energy, you know, when we all root for each other, and there's nothing quite like it. Yeah, it was pretty awesome to be part of the group. So where was I just before? Plans were coming into place to leave for Cabo San Lucas, and my ego was kicking in. So I started having a lot of fear. I haven't had a panic attack in a while. My ego is really ramping things up. I'm also in recovery. So that addict part of my brain was like, you're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail. Like logically, I know that I'm not going to, and the universe has like opened this pathway up for me. But my ego and that part of my brain that wants to keep me in my comfort zone or alone or using a substance was pretty strong. So that's why I decided to join.
Wow, so much awareness. I don't think we haven't gotten there yet, but I don't think it's a coincidence that you've experienced some shifts because you have so much awareness. And I know it sounds kind of cliche to say, but that really is the first step for everything, is just bringing it all to light so we can clear it, heal it, and move through it. It's beautiful. Thank you. Now, we've worked together on and off throughout the years. So you've experienced different types of my coaching and different lengths and durations of programs. Was there anything about this 21-day challenge that surprised you?
I did a lot of journaling about my mom and my relationship with her, and that sort of closed the gap a little bit. I do a lot of writing in general, but that writing specifically about my mom and then about my grandmother, and I know you and we chatted about maybe some root causes of issues and stuff along that generational line. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more about connecting the dots for me, right? Also, you know, as mothers, we have like so much on our plates, you know, the kids and jobs and all the rest of it. And it was just nice to know that other people deal with issues with their kids too. Sometimes I just want quiet. And a big part of a mom's job is to be, you know, to be on. And I do also believe that I'm a cycle breaker in my family. I'm going to have faith that I am because of all the shit I've been through. So I know it's for a reason. And I've come out the other end okay. So yeah, I connected the dots about my mom a little bit. And then the cycle breaker aspect was really important to me because I knew that in the back of my brain that I was doing that with my son and creating this area of security for him, and that all of his feelings were okay and all of that stuff that I never had growing up. So yeah, just connected lots of dots for me, and I'm obviously glad I participated.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think a lot of people will resonate with that. A lot of our root issues really do come from that mother wound or that father wound. And I love that you brought up that you innately knew it. It was always there, but this really brought a lot of confirmation and validation.
Yeah. Also, I took the crystal advice, and I got a bracelet, citrine. Yeah, I heard you talking about that. And then I think my other one was pyrite. Am I saying that correctly? Yeah. So that's the next one that I'll get.
Beautiful. So. Those are two of my favorite. Actually, at the time of filming, I am leaving for South Carolina, and tomorrow I'm going to be looking at these giant citrine angel wings. They're like 2 pieces that were cut in half, and I've been looking at them for 4 years.
Wow.
So I'm going to walk in and lowball them and see if they'll take my offer.
They should.
Like, they've been sitting there for 4 years. That's
good. Yeah, they're yours.
Now, okay, last question. Actually, I'm going to have two more questions because I have an extra one for you. If you were talking to somebody who was on the fence, who's looking at this 21-day challenge and they weren't sure if it was for them or not, are there any words of wisdom that you would share with them?
Yeah. So I'm a single mom. When I first worked with you, I had 2 jobs, caring for my son 24/7. His dad's out of the province. So I can't make time as sort of an excuse. Like if I can make time for it, so can you. I feel like, and anyway, and I hope that doesn't come off as like arrogant or egotistical, but I think really at some point in a woman's life, like something has to give and she has to put herself first. And the people who come to your program are lucky enough to realize that. And I just wish more women did, because I think a lot of us are walking around really hurt and really trying to distract ourselves with shopping or food or resentment keeping or things like that. And you know, your program talks about all of that, and it really helped me anyway.
I'm so grateful to hear you say that. Thank you. Thank you. And again, I think a lot of women will resonate with that. Now I have to ask you an extra question because I'm fascinated in your journey. When we first started working together, you were and are a teacher in Fort McMurray, Alberta, and you told me about a dream that you had surrounding Cabo San Lucas. So do you care to elaborate a little bit on your story of manifesting exactly what you told me you would?
Yes. So yeah, I guess I did manifest it. So this, again, like innately, I knew that someday I'd be living by the ocean, not a river, not a lake, but by the ocean, and probably the Pacific, right? And when I was married, I spent a lot of time down by Cabo San Lucas in a little town called San Jose del Cabo, and fell in love with it. And when I divorced, you know, I stopped going there, and it literally broke my heart. Like I had to grieve for that place. The people, the places, everything, just like it held my heart. And I did know that one day I'd be back. I didn't know when or under what circumstances. And so I came to a point last year where I was like, okay, it's my last year in Fort McMurray. My son's father isn't even here anymore. Like, what am I doing here alone with my son? Where do I really want to be? And the answer was like so obvious. You know, I knew where I wanted to be. I knew it. And some people have definitely questioned my motives or my like sanity in making the move. But as soon as I made that decision, long story short, I received a job offer selling real estate. Woohoo! And the path has just been like pretty smooth and has opened right up for me. Even the ladies at my office in Cabo, we share first and last names in common. One of them is Heather Walker. The other one's Melissa Murphy. So it's the universe saying yes to me. So here I am. I'm leaving in 3 weeks.
Beautiful. And that was quite a while ago. We're talking
That
like
was.
1.5 to 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yes.
And, you know, this is, I think, just such an important thing to share, because a lot of the times we think of manifestation as, oh, think about it, bring about it. You know, if you just talk, if you affirm it, if you say it as if it's already happened, then it will happen. But it's so much more than that. It's really finding your worth. And that is what we do through all of this shadow work, exploring these wounds that you talked about, the mother wound, and even the attic wound and the ex wound. There's all these different layers, and you've been moving through them beautifully. It's not always easy, don't get me wrong. I know how challenging a lot of this work is, but look at the beautiful reward. And so
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, thank you again so much for your time. I know that this is going to be so inspiring to so many people, and
My pleasure.
I know that we'll see each other again.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Jenny.
Thank you.